Good morning, good morning, good morning. Morning, everybody. It's the Eco Beloved here, coming live and direct from the beautiful city of New York City, Queens, New York, to be exact. Good morning, good Monday morning. Happy Black History Month. If you hear me, please press 1. If you are listening, tuned in, let us know where you're tuning in from so we can shout you out on this Monday morning. We are giving a update to current conditions with our winter storm here. That's currently just basically getting started. This is a long duration event. It will be snowing for 50 to 56 hours of precipitation in the region. This is not something that will be quick moving and in and out like we saw with the last storm. Once we get into these heavy snow bands, which we're starting to get into now, between this hour of between 10 and 6, between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., the snowfall rates will be intense in the bullseye region, New York City, North New Jersey, the lower Hudson Valley, getting into southern central Connecticut, the possibilities of Nassau, Suffolk County, and Long Island, and going back towards around the Scranton area. Snowfall rates of up to 2 inches, perhaps maybe a little bit more per hour, will be likely to develop this morning. And we're starting to see indications of that on the radar. As we monitor the radar, because right about now everything seems to be on pace for the continuation of the rest of the day. If you're just tuning in, we're discussing the winter storm update. This is the morning update. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Just tuning in. Drop a comment below if you are just tuning in, and let us know where you're coming in from, where you're tuning in from. Also, we're still taking pictures and sharing pictures of how it looks outside. It is daylight now, so we can take some pictures. If you are taking pictures, please be safe, and you can always share them with me via my page. Tag me, the Eco Beloved, which is on the bottom left hand corner of your screen. That's my Facebook page. You can also DM me as well. Direct message me your pictures, your videos of the winter storm and how it is in your locale, in your area, where you're at. So in this brief update, we're just going to be discussing again some of the radar's output right now. And this is Winter Storm Orlena as well. It's the name of the winter storm that's taking aim on us here in the New York City metropolitan area and the surrounding counties around this neighborhood. See here. So there was a Mesoscale forecast coming out from the National Weather Service in reference to some things, in reference to the 1 to 2 inches per hour snowfall rates. Right now we're in the darker blue shading color for moderate to heavy snow. So let me show you this real quick. Switch the screen over real quick and we can see what's the deal. Hold on 1 second. There we go. So here we are, the current up-to-date radars, still image of the radar, obviously. Darker blues is where those heavy snow bands is coming in. As they're feeding off the Atlantic Ocean. The storm is turning slowly but surely, and is pulling in the Atlantic moisture from the Atlantic Ocean. And as it does that, and with cold air still in place, we're going to see these heavy snow bands come off the Atlantic Ocean in waves. Darker blue shading color. The darker the blue, the heaviest, moderate to heavy snowfall and those bands is what's going to make up for a lot of our accumulations, our total snowfall accumulations. That's what we want to see, those heavy snow bands to make up for that foot to a foot and a half, or perhaps someone to get 2 feet of snow. And monitoring the rain snow line, especially for the eastern end of Long Island. Right now, it seems to be all snow here on the eastern end of Long Island, around the Suffolk County, just east of Freeport. Monitoring that and monitoring the Jersey Shore, as everything has stated, the Jersey Shore is raining in Atlantic City right now, as projected that it will be doing that, with the rain snow line coming closer to that coastal area, bringing a cold rain to Atlantic City. Philadelphia is still in the snow. There is some icing around around the area just south of the city into Jersey, and just west into some parts of PA. So again, like I said, most of the foot to a foot and a half rate accumulations will probably be north of the city and west of Philadelphia, north of Philadelphia, west of Philadelphia, and parts of PA. But the city itself, probably several inches. But if we can remain old snow, we could possibly get that foot. But that's remained to be seen based upon the temperatures, the air temperatures. And that's something else we're going to look at right now, is the current air temperatures, and see how that is faring right now. I think we're going to switch over here to another radar in just a second and show you all what it looks like on another radar here, so you guys can see what that looks like. Let me just refresh that page and we'll show that. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Please share the live stream. Share the live stream to your friends and family. We're going to put this on here. Okay. Here we go. All right, we got the radar up. We're going to do this real quick. Boom. All right, radar is up right now. This is the radar with the current temperatures. We have 20s, again, lower 20s, some areas to the south, especially in and around Philadelphia. In that South Jersey, again, 37 degrees. It's raining, cold rain out in Stafford Township. 40 degrees in Atlantic City is all rain. And then as you move just north and west of Atlantic City, it's snowing still in Philadelphia, and temperatures in the 30s, 20s in the rest of inner PA, Lancaster, Harrisburg, etc. in the 20s, holding on to cold air there. So all snow there pretty much. DC probably wrapping up with their precipitation, maybe get another inch or two out of the changeover to back to snow here. They had a period of freezing rain and just plain rain in DC, but they made up for it. There's 708 days straight with without a measurable snowfall above 1 inch. So that was 2 years. It's been 2 winters, 2 years since DC has seen a sizable accumulating snow. So yes, we broke that record. That record is over. So that is good news for snow lovers. And it's still a little light snow still falling there. And again, it's going to be snowing for a long time for the rest of us in parts of PA, North New Jersey, New York City, Connecticut is snowing now. Later on today, Boston will be snowing. Later on today, this radar will fill in for Boston and the rest of Massachusetts. The low pressure system is just getting started right off the Delaware coast, somewhere over here, center of circulation, somewhere out here. In fact, we'll probably bring up the satellite view so you guys can see the satellite and better understand what's going on with the dynamics here. Again, cold air is in place right now. Again, we are just getting started, everybody. We're just getting started for New York City, New Jersey, and points northward. We're just getting started. So it's a long way to go. Long way to go. Let me see here. Let's do interactive satellite. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of moisture being pulled in to the storm. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Good morning. Hope everyone is having a great Monday so far. Where you're at, let us know where you're coming in from, where you're tuning in from. We are currently talking about the update, the mid-morning update with the winter storm that we're seeing that's hammering here in the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast, and eventually getting up into New England. If you just tuned in, drop your city where you're at. Let us know what's falling in your area. Is it still snowing? Is it heavy snow? Is it light snow? Is it no precipitation? Is it rain? Do you think it's ice or sleet falling? Let us know where you're at. Where are you at? So we got about in some places 3 to 5 inches of snow here in the city. That's as of last night report. An additional 12 to 16 inches will fall. We're going to make up big time for that in terms of accumulation. So again, we're just getting started. This is a long duration event, 50 to 56 hours straight of precipitation of snow. So we're going to make up big time between now and 6 o'clock tonight. We're going to make a big time for those amounts. Again, depending where you are, some got 3 to 5 inches here in the city and the 5 boroughs. This just got to start last night, basically, with the snow starting to stick late last night in the evening. Also, parts of New Jersey, we have about 6 inches or so, I think, on the ground in some parts of New Jersey already. So basically, some parts already at a half a foot already. So we're going to start seeing those amounts go up. Those amounts will be going up to match what was projected for this storm system. So we monitoring the radar closely. Again, now is the brunt of the storm. We are going to get into the brunt of this winter storm with this heavy snow bands. So during this time, again, travel already in New York City is off limits only to essential workers, especially on those roadways. Travel is off limits. Driving is off limits in New York City and the 5 boroughs. That's it. Only those people allowed on the roadways are those essential workers, emergency personnel, etc. And if you need emergency personnel, if you need to go to get some medical supplies or medicine and different things like that, then yes. But pretty much everyone is hunkering down, and this is good in a way to prevent any kind of type of car accidents and anything that could damper the cleanup that's going to take place. Is there going to be a big cleanup that's going to need to take place to get us back and rolling for Tuesday going into Wednesday? I do anticipate that, again, because of the snowfall rates, that the sanitation department would not be able to keep up, even though no one's on the roads. They would not be able to keep up. So there will be still much more work to do Tuesday in terms of the cleanup. Still, overnight tonight into Tuesday, still will be a cleanup in effect. So take that into consideration. Please take that into consideration as well. Let's go over also some tips now in terms of if you want to get out there and measure the snow yourself. There are some tips, and also shoveling as well. There are tips on shoveling for those who have to shovel snow. There are tips about that too that I just want to tell you all about in this update. To take breaks, frequent breaks, if you are shoveling. If you get a shovel that is good for your back support, what's it called? The ergodynamics, the ergo stuff, like the chairs that they make now and the tables. They make those for the to support your back. Backs do go out a lot in this type of weather because this is a workout. Shoveling, you should definitely stretch and do some exercise before you actually shovel. Warm up and stretch. Definitely do that. I strongly suggest warming up and stretching exercise before shoveling, because shoveling itself is exercise. What we have seen in winter storms is cardio problems, a lot of heart problems, people passing out, and different things of that nature. take freaking breaks, drink water, stay hydrated, take freaking breaks, stay warm, and also dress warm is also very important as you're shoveling because it is cold out there and it will be windy as well. It will be windy and cold, so definitely stay warm. Stay warm is key, so your ligaments, your bones won't get cold, and that can when that happens, you can get weak. So definitely take your time. Definitely take your time. Um, some of the people who are able to clean up for other people should be doing so, stepping up to do so, especially for those who are elderly, those disabled, those who are well, I would say disabled, those are physically enabled or physically cannot do because of any condition that they might have physically. Also, those who are sisters who are pregnant, women who are pregnant, and just out of common courtesy during this time to please consider those who are having these type of those who have these type of conditions to definitely consider shoveling for them out their driveways, their and their sidewalks, their properties, etc. During this time. There's going to be a massive cleanup, so definitely take your time. Schools tomorrow. Well, schools are not really in session anyway. For the most part, everyone's on remote learning anyway. Today, everyone is on remote learning, virtual learning today. With their teachers, we're supposed to log in today to do remote learning today. So everyone's basically on remote learning anyway. Tomorrow, school for the little ones. Yes, probably more likely yes for the little ones. For high school, no. High school has never been back in session yet, and probably will not be back in session anytime soon, because of the nature of the pandemic and the virus right now. So, take it easy outside. There are measuring snow. Let's talk about how to measure snow properly. If you want to do some measuring yourself to measure how much you have in your specific location, locale, town, city, borough, whatever the case may be. Let's get that up there for you all so you can see that right about now. Let's see here. Okay, here's the graphic here. I'm going to show you guys real quick. So this is how you properly measure snow. How to measure snow properly. We must select a good location. It has to be flat, open area away from trees and buildings. If you have a white snowboard, you can use it. If not, measure on a surface that is a similar temperature to the surrounding air. Take several measurements using a ruler or yardstick. You can take several measurements and then you can average out those measurements. It's especially important if we get wind causing the snow to drift, which happens a lot, which will be happening today. Snow will be drifting throughout this morning going into the afternoon. You remember you can report your snowfall to the nearest tenth of an inch, and then you could send the report to the National Weather Service so they can document it and share it out. You can also send it here to the Eco Beloved. Tag me in your post, in your postings, your pictures, etc. Of you trying to either measure snow or whatever the case may be. Even if you just want to see, even just showing us what's happening in your locale, that will do too. Want to know what's happening in your locale? At this point, everything is just radar. At this point, I mean, there's no computer models at this point. Everything is just radars. A lot of radar looking, a lot of monitoring the circulation of the storm system as we speak. So definitely stay abreast here to the Eco Beloved. We will be doing reports throughout the day. We will be coming back in the afternoon as well with another report, in the evening time as well with more reports. Let me see what else can we go over real quick. Wind. If you receive power going out, there will be power outages. Let me just put it that way. There will be some power outages that will go out in the height of this storm. Some people will lose power potentially due to wind and snow, especially this wet snow and this wind as it weighs down tree branches and the wind comes. Snow's already weighing down the tree branches as wet snow because it contains a lot more water content than the fluffy snow. We have fluffy snow to start. We will be now having wet snow now. From this point on, it will be wet snow on top of the fluffy snow. The fluffy snow, less water, can't really form a snowball with it. It's more powdery. Now we have snow that is going to be wet snow, more water. You can make a snowball out of it, and that's really going to be accumulating fast, based upon these rates of the snowfall. And with that, and coupled with the wind, there will be some tree branches coming down as that weighs the pressure on those branches, and those branches could come down on some power lines potentially, and cut the power off to people. We will be monitoring that. Please make sure your phones are charged. Your devices are charged. You have everything necessary to get past how long it takes to put on your power, water, food, non-perishable items. Make sure you have those items already in stock. Hopefully everyone prepared in the days before for this type of situation, just in case that does happen. Not ruling it out, especially along the coast with these heavy winds. Not ruling that out at all, that this is potential to lose power in some areas. Let me see. Let's see what else to talk about here. I want to also mention that, okay, let's see here. Again, 45 to 50 mile per hour winds, especially along the shore. I would say inland, probably 30 to 45 mile per hour gusts, 45 to 50 mile per hour along the shore of Long Island and the Long Island Sound in southern Connecticut. Again, for New York City metropolitan, 12 to 18 inches of snow for this area. 6 to 12 probably for Long Island. And that extreme eastern Suffolk County, 48 inches, depending on how much mixing gets in there for them on the eastern end of Suffolk County. So we're in there for the long run, guys. We're in there for the long run. And we're going to provide more updates as we go about. The peak of the storm is arriving. It's here, especially from now into the afternoon. So we shall see and monitor everything closely here and monitor the radar and give you the updates as they come in. The rest of the winter and spring. Spring, not yet. That's a couple months down the road. We still have to get through the rest of this month and March before we can start talking about spring. But we are monitoring the activity to increase. Potentially, there's another storm system that's taking shape already and making landfall on the West Coast. And that's going to track, again, cross-country across into the Midwest and then eventually to the Mid-Atlantic Northeast region. Again, that's for late this weekend, early next week. So we're going to monitor that one storm at a time. We're going to finish this storm out first. And this storm should be out of this region fully by Wednesday. For us in the tri-state and Philadelphia and other areas by Tuesday. So we're in it for the long run all day today. So get ready for the snow. It's here, and it's here to stay for pretty much all day today, and some parts of tomorrow as well. Even with the light snow, it's going to be in the air. It's going to be still snowing to a degree, even though it's going to be minimal accumulations. It's still going to be in the air. So with that being said, again, I appreciate everyone for tuning in for this brief update. Again, share the live stream for those who come in later. Thank you for coming in later. For those who want to catch me in the afternoon, I'll be back on sometime in the afternoon with another update. And also, don't forget to send in your pictures and things of that nature. Fruit bars, nut bags, nuts and crackers. All those things are good to have in the house if you lose power as well. So, yeah. thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you all, and I will see you all sometime in this afternoon around midday or so. Take care, be safe, stay warm, and enjoy the snow. Peace and blessings. See you later, guys.